I'm here in Krishnagiri district in Tamil Nadu, where Ola is building its dream of making electric vehicles from the ground up, as you can see behind me. And Ola says the first batch of its e-scooters will hit the road as early as June of this year. And by June of 2022, the company says it will have the capacity to make 10 million vehicles annually. Let's check in with CEO Bhavish Aggarwal to understand how they plan to achieve this ambitious goal. Bhavish, thank you for joining us. And firstly, congratulations on the groundbreaking for Ola Electric's factory here in Krishnagiri in Tamil Nadu. Big ambitious plans for Ola. So firstly, tell us, we are here at a 500-acre site. That is where the main factory, the mega factory, is going to come up on a 43-acre area. The first phase, you say, will be ready by June of this year. 2 million, annual capacity, the first phase. Tell us a little bit more about how much work is still left to be done here. We can still see, them digging out the earth. Yeah. How much work is still left for the plant?
Thank you, Mugdha. Wonderful for you to have come here. Really appreciate that. Just to give your viewers an idea of what we're doing here, what we are building is a 500-acre manufacturing plant, fully integrated two-wheeler manufacturing plant, largest in the world. So when it's complete, it will have a 10 million units a year capacity, which will be about 15% of the whole world's production capacity for two-wheelers out of one plant. So it's a massive project. It's a massive undertaking. The team is working really hard behind it. As you can see, this is an area where the one mega building, which will be housing all of our paint shops, all of our weld shops, all of our motor shop, the general assembly area, the finished goods area. All of that will be under one mega building, the building itself will be covering about 2 million square feet or 43 acres, just that one single building alone. And there'll be many other buildings which will have the battery manufacturing and the other utilities. And we are working 24/7 on the site. There are diggers, there are more than 100 machines every day, every night working to make sure this land is level. We can build the building quickly and have the scooters out by the first phase, which is June.
Yes. I want to ask you the quintessential question. For the last 10 years, you were asking people to move away from private vehicles to a shared mobility, your cabs and your autos. And now here you're ready to sell them their own private vehicles. Really, what led to this shift and how will you balance both the businesses?
Our mission for mobility has been shared, sustainable and safe and accessible mobility for all. Right? Now, in this future of mobility that we envision, shared mobility is a core aspect of it. We believe it's still very underpenetrated. People will continue to increase the usage of shared mobility. But shared mobility will never fully replace private mobility or personal mobility. For many use cases, for many consumers, you still need a vehicle. And the vehicles have to change for the future. The vehicles in the future are going to be sustainable. They're going to be digital-first products, connected products, and they're going to be much more relevant to today's consumer ethos, which is sustainability, which is community. And our products that we will build in this factory will be focused on sustainability. We will only build electric products. We are starting with the two-wheeler scooter, which will be out later this year in the summer. And then we will also be building other form factors like motorcycles, etc.
You said you're starting with two-wheelers and motorcycles and four-wheelers also on the horizon for you?
Absolutely. So our ambition and our vision is to electrify the world of urban mobility. If you look at globally the kind of vehicles that are being electrified by the large global electric vehicle companies, they're more Western style products, large pickup trucks, large luxury sedans, etc. But the majority of the world and the majority of the kilometers driven in the world are on urban mobility vehicles. It could be a two-wheeler, it could be a three-wheeler, it could be a four-wheeler like a hatchback or a sedan or an SUV also. Most of these vehicles are used for travel around your city, in and around your city. And those are the vehicles that we are looking to electrify. And we are making a beginning with our two-wheeler, but you'll see a lot more in due course from us.
The two-wheeler market, if you take annually, the sales are about, say, 20 million. You want to expand that market by about 50%. Is there demand? Are you going to see the demand?
So from our first, we're calling this the Future Factory. From the Ola Future Factory, we will be exporting a lot also, and we'll be selling in India also. One common theme that we strongly believe in is the two-wheeler market globally is severely underpenetrated right now. If you look at India, India has only 160 two-wheeler ownership per 1,000 population. Vietnam has about 600 per 1,000 population. So India is yet to catch up with the Vietnam in per capita two-wheeler ownership. and even Vietnam will move up, or every country in the world, every developing country largely will continue to have a lot of two-wheeler adoption. And even developed countries are moving to two-wheelers as they're moving towards much more sustainable modes of transport. So we believe in the next decade we will see a lot of growth in the two-wheeler segment, and we are building this manufacturing plant with that vision in mind, with that scale in mind.
So you're expecting demand both from India and also, outside. What are your export plans? How much do you expect to, out of the total production, how much will be sent outside to which countries, which markets?
Yeah, so we will be sharing more about our export plans in due course, but we will be aggressively looking to export.
Okay.
Under the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat and for Make in India, but make for the world, we are really inspired by that, and we want to really put our efforts in that direction of making in India, making the EV manufacturing ecosystem in India, and then using India as a base to export globally.
Okay. And coming, of course, to the scooter itself. Now, you're not giving us too many details. You're going to launch the scooter only in, June. But you acquired Itago last year. They have their app scooter. Is a lot of the technology going to be based on what they already had? Or is this completely going to be a new product?
So we have re-engineered the scooter completely, making it more relevant and much more cost efficient. Every core technology aspect of the scooter is now engineered by us in-house. So the battery pack and the battery management system we have designed and manufactured and engineered in-house. The motor is our own motor. We have designed and engineered our own motor. The vehicle computer is designed and engineered by us, and the software in this vehicle all across is completely built in-house, including some very cutting-edge AI-driven software use cases and features.
Right.
So, we believe in electric vehicles for building for the future. The company which will own the technology will win the race.
Given the competition there, what can we expect in terms of pricing and the range? I mean, that is usually on top of the mind for any EV buyer. The app scooter that I talked about had a range of about 240 kilometers. Is it going to be in that range? Just some idea about what the scooter is going to look like and perform like.
The scooter will be a top performance vehicle. It'll be the best in class in performance in terms of speed and range. I can't share more with you today, but soon we'll be sharing more. And in terms of the design, etc., you've seen the design. It is a top-notch design. We will also be sharing a lot more of these details once we reveal the product in the next couple of months.
Okay, all right. So by June, you're saying that the first batch will hit the road.
Yes.
Tell us about your plans for that. Will it be online sales? Are you also looking at dealerships? What kind of partnerships are you looking at? If you can just give us a little.
Yeah, we will do a lot of digital for our sales and distribution efforts. We will also be working with partners in some key areas for their reach,
okay.
And in due course we will share more on that. In addition to this, we will also be setting up a charging network, because one of the key concerns consumers have with electric vehicles is the range anxiety. And we believe our product will have good range. You can charge it at home. You can even take out the battery and charge it at home. But you can also charge it in our network around the key cities.
So, what are the plans for that? Anything that you can share about what the charging network will look like?
Soon we will share more, but we will have charging points and charging towers in key areas in a city.
And coming to the dealership, you do, of course, have Hyundai, you have Kia. Would you be leveraging, as investors, would you be leveraging those channels?
We have a very deep strategic partnership with Hyundai and Kia. They've been very helpful in our journey, both on Ola and Ola Electric. And we continue to work with them for supply chain, for manufacturing, and even for go-to-market partnerships.
Okay, so not giving us too much. Coming to the battery, now, you're saying you're going to be also there's going to be a battery making unit here as well. But of course, the cells then, you're going to be bringing them from outside?
The cells will be imported because there's no cell manufacturing right now in India. But we are exploring partnerships with key partners to bring that manufacturing also into India. But right now, all the battery pack, the battery management system, everything will be built in-house, and the entire engineering will be in-house. Just the cell will be imported.
From where? Which country are you looking at?
We haven't spoken about that yet, so we will reveal that at the right time.
Korea or...
Yeah, in that direction. Yeah.
In that direction. So battery, of course, what are your plans and what do you think more should be done for ensuring that there's more lithium-ion cell manufacturing here? There's, of course, the PLI schemes coming. Do you think that will really boost the cell manufacturing here?
Yeah, I think the PLI schemes are very encouraging. The government is putting its weight behind it in a performance-linked way, not just an input-linked way. And I think those schemes will definitely get a lot more interest from global manufacturers to manufacture these cutting-edge technologies here in India. And I believe our scale, our consumer demand will also help these manufacturers get scale for their products here in India.
All right. And coming back to the plant here, the MOU was for rupees 2,400 crore. Is that only for phase 1? Are you going to be making more investments there are 4 phases in total. How much more investment are you looking at?
Yeah, so that is for phase 1. That's the
2,400
Yes,
crore.
that's the investment that is required for phase 1 of this plant. But over the next 18 months, we will definitely be investing a significant multiple of this to build this plant to full capacity.
And so there are fundraising plans in place for that? Or?
We are very well capitalized. We have strong capital partners, Hyundai, Kia, SoftBank, and Tiger Global and others.
So
we will definitely be
doubling down on the investments.
Yes.
And of course, we also saw Pavan Munjal of Hero MotoCorp also committing to invest in Ola Electric. What is the partnership? I mean, is there going to be any strategic investment from, Hero MotoCorp there? Any partnerships? What can we expect from his interest in?
Pavanji is a big supporter and a big encouragement factor for many entrepreneurs, and just like others, myself also. So the investment is in that direction more than a strategic partnership. But he's been a constant support ever since I started Ola.
And multiples of this 2,400 crore, what is the scale that you're looking at to actually break even? You're talking about 10 million units annually for the two-wheeler. When will you really think that you will break even on all the investments and the costs for this factory?
We are building this at scale from day one. We believe electrification will only happen in India if you play at scale, and if you build manufacturing at scale, if you build your supply chain at scale. And hence, you can see this is a very big scale project. So we actually feel confident we will break even much sooner than most of our competitors.
Okay, and any timeline for that, or are you
Not
still?
yet.
And a little bit of a sensitive question.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Tamil Nadu and not Karnataka?
Yeah.
I mean, Ola is of course based in Bangalore, in Karnataka. Was it the land subsidies here? And both states have EV policies.
Yeah.
What made you, tilt in this way?
I think Karnataka is also a very attractive investment destination, as is Telangana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and even Tamil Nadu. One of the key reasons was the automotive ecosystem is very deep here in Tamil Nadu, and there's a lot of trained manpower here because traditionally there's been a lot of automotive factories here in Tamil Nadu. So that was one of the key reasons which attracted us here. The government has also been very supportive here. They've been very encouraging, very supportive, and we look forward to a deep partnership.
But when you're looking at, your four-wheeler factories, etc., would you consider other states as well, or is this something that you now are comfortable?
Four-wheeler will be a very different exploration. So we will again.
You're in talks with,
yes.
And since you're getting into the four-wheeler space, I have to ask about the impending entry of Tesla. I mean, that is something that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
How are you looking at that? Of course, it's a much higher luxury premium product, but how are you looking at the entry? Will it really boost the whole EV market?
See, I think Tesla is an iconic company. It's a company which has inspired a whole ecosystem around the world. And if they come into India and at scale, I think it will really accelerate the Indian ecosystem. So we are really looking forward to the entry of a global player like Tesla.
So you welcome Elon Musk too?
Absolutely, and we will also go into his market, so it'll be fun.
You planning to do that soon?
We plan to sell our products globally, like I mentioned. We plan to export a lot.
Okay, so all of those markets. Yeah. Bhavish, thank you so much for joining us. All the best with your plans.
Yeah.
This seems like a lot of work, but all the best.
Thank you so much. Wonderful to be on your show.
Thank you. Ola wants to make electric scooters, motorbikes, and eventually even electric cars. All this alongside its plans to grow its ride-sharing business as well. We have to wait and watch how the company balances both the businesses. In Krishnagiri district in Tamil Nadu with camera person Manjunath HK, this is Mugdha Warrier.